Holla if you hear it. It's the only goddess with a message from spirit. What's coming down from the divine spirit guides ancestors now? What's coming down? All right, all right, all right. So what's good for my Geminis? Okay, let's see what the message is for my Geminis. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, and North Node for the month of October. I know I'm a little late with it, but we still gonna be great. Please realize that my readings are timeless, so it doesn't matter when I post them. They are going to resonate when they are supposed to. Okay, so let's start with the affirmation. What is my Geminis need to know at this time for their greatest and highest good. Okay, my Gemini moon is already screaming, child. Even as I wait in uncertainty and live in uncertainty, I am whole. Even as I wait and live in uncertainty, I am whole. The bottom of the deck, faith over fear. Woo, child, faith over fear. Now that's a message I needed to hear. So my Geminis are in a very uncertain time. You're in a transitional period where you could be transitioning from a job, you could be transitioning from a relationship, you could be transitioning from a mindset, from habits, from things that have been holding you back this far, and you're going down a path of true self-discovery. And it is very hard to have faith when you don't see how things are going to turn out for you, and when you don't know how things are going to work out for you. It's hard to take that leap of faith when we are taught at a young age to have a fear-based mindset. But Spirit wants you to know you have options. You have a lot of abundant options, 7 of Cups. But Spirit doesn't want you to become afraid of your dreams. That's why you have faith over fear. And even when you are in uncertainty, recognize that you are whole. Page of Pentacles. So there's a new beginning that, like I said, a new start that you guys want to take on, especially in the career field for a lot of you. Some of you want to start over completely. Okay, and you have the Sun card, Leo energy. So that is a green light that this is definitely something that you should pursue, something you need to go for without fear. Just the way, like, this is one of the inner child cards. So just like how children have no fear of being who they are unapologetically, have no fear of going for things, trying new things, and just being in general, don't be fearful for just being. It's heavy on this energy, heavy on not feeling like you have to be busy all the time. There's nothing wrong with just being sometimes. That was a specific message for somebody. I know I needed to hear it, but we're always taught, especially as adults, that we always have to be moving around. We always have to be doing something. We always have to be productive. And sometimes you just need to just be, and just be present and just be you. And that's okay. You don't need to always be on 24/7. Okay, because nobody can be that all the time. It's okay for you to just be still, especially when you're feeling overwhelmed by this moment. Okay, we have the 8 of Wands. Okay, let's pull the rest. The Magician, period. That's Mercury, and Mercury retrograde just ended. And we are still in the post shadow period. Queen of Wands. Okay, heavy on this fire energy. Some of y'all may have Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius placements in your chart. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Star card, Aquarius energy in the reverse. All right. Some of y'all could have Aquarius placements as well. Some of y'all could have heavy air energy in your chart, which explains the overthinking. Okay. 5 of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, and that is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Also, all the fixed signs are on the Wheel of Fortune, so you may have fixed placements. So that's maybe why you're so fixated on the future, but not in a healthy way. It's as if you are fixated on the fear of things not going well. You're fixated on trying to force the outcome, trying to force things to, it's like you're trying to force an outcome when you need to learn how to flow and go with the flow of the outcome. I feel like that's the hardest thing that my Geminis are having right now, is learning how to flow and not try and force, not try and control. Okay, some of you may be seeing the angel number 11 or 1111, 111, because you have the Ace of Swords, the Magician. So you may be seeing a lot of ones, okay? 11 is a master number, and that's, mastering, you know, just mastering the ability to be, just mastering the spiritual awakening is, or your spiritual journey. Some of you guys are masters. Some of you guys have a master's, something about this. Some of you guys are a master at what you do. So what are you afraid of? Heavy on this energy. Like I said, some of you guys have a master's degree in your field. Some of you guys have mastered your craft without a degree, because don't let degree people fool you. There are a lot of educated fools out here. But what Spirit wants you to know is that there's nothing to fear. Your goals should not be something that you fear. Okay, you have mastered this. You have went to school, you've done the research, you have the life experience for some of you, so you know exactly what it is. Some of you are self-taught, so you know exactly what you're doing. Some of you guys are teach other people, but or are used to, because one thing about Geminis is that y'all are the student, so that is the energy that you are. You are the student, and your opposite sign, Sagittarius, is the teacher. So some of you guys may be teachers, and may be used to teaching, but you're in a point in your life where you are in Earth school and you are the student, or you guys are a student in a new, career or a new phase in your life where you haven't mastered it. And you're trying to figure it out as you go along, and it's very intimidating to you. It's very scary. It's causing you to be very fearful. But Spirit is saying that these changes, this transition that you're going through is going to be very, very fruitful for you. It's going to be very successful with this Wheel of Fortune. So trust me, the changes that you're going through are leading you towards the abundant blessings that you truly want. But you have to get out of your own way. Okay, a lot of you guys are dragging your feet or holding up progress because you have negative thinking, or you have the fear of letting your ideas, expressing your ideas or putting them out there, or doing the research and putting in the work to actually go for it. It's like I said, there's this dragging of feet, there's this apprehension to move forward and to make things happen because you are intimidated by your own success. You're intimidated about what you actually could be and what you actually could become. And that is why you have the Ace of Swords in the reverse, because you need to actually believe in your ideas. Don't let your ideas, I don't know what that was in my mouth. Don't be intimidated by your ideas to the point that they never see the light of day. Because by quicker than you know it, you're going to see time, because time is an illusion and it goes by fast. Okay, we learned that in 2020, how fast time actually can go, So it's important that you don't procrastinate to the point where you see years pass you by and you miss the opportunity to actually, pursue your dreams and make them come true. So Spirit is saying, get out of your own way. Stop trying to force things to happen for you that you don't even want to do. Some of you guys are trying to force careers, force connections, force relationships to work out for you, and they're not meant to work for a reason. Okay? Stop beating yourself up over things that didn't work out in your past. Stop being so hard on yourself about things of the past that you are not proud of, or that you may not want to address, or that you may, that may be subconsciously what is causing this fear within you. Okay, it's time to go with the flow. It's time to trust your intuition, trust your discernment, and don't be afraid to be authentically you. Okay, like I said, you're in a point in your life where you are learning new things. You could be going to YouTube University, taking a webinar, listening to a podcast, going to YouTube University and looking at the free, content that people put on YouTube to learn about the things you want to get into. Okay, but don't be afraid to learn something new. Don't be afraid to start over. Change is the only constant, and that is a part of life. So don't fear change. Embrace change. Embrace moving forward. Embrace the transition. Don't be afraid of the transition. Embrace the transition. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Don't be afraid of growth. Don't be afraid of expansion. Okay? Because it's going to be successful, but you have to first believe it. Like I said, a lot of you guys have negative thoughts, and I feel like these negative thoughts could stem from childhood for some. That's what I'm saying. Some of you guys need to really reparent your inner child, reparenting yourself, giving yourself the motivation that you wish you would have gotten, the positive, affirmation and affection that you wish you would have got as a child, that is going to help you have the courage to shine in your intelligence, in your calling, in your talents, in your creativity. Okay, some of you guys are public speakers. Like I said, some of you are teachers, some of you are poets, some of you are singers, some of you are, y'all express yourself through creativity. So don't be afraid to be creative. Don't be afraid to show the world the real you. Don't be afraid to be unapologetically you. Shine your light. Okay, your intuition has been telling you that it's time to transition. It's time to transform. So surrender to that transformation. Okay, you have the Magician here in the challenge spot, as well as the Star card, as well as the Page of Pentacles, because your challenge is to believe in yourself, believe in your own magic. Believe in the things that you can create. Okay, you have everything you need. Okay, the Magician has every, type of suit in the car, the swords, the pentacles, the cups, and the wands. So that means you have the emotional stability to make it happen. You have the empathy to make it happen. You can understand people through that water element. You have the ability to communicate. You have the ability to speak and be articulate with the swords. You have the ability to create the to financially sustain yourself with the pentacles, as well as to physically sustain yourself and take care of yourself as well in the physical as well as in the spiritual with the pentacles. You have the creativity and the fire and the passion and the ability to put in action, make it happen with the wands. So now it's time to do so. Don't be afraid to shine your light. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to just be who you are and to take a leap of faith and to just put it out there no matter how anybody feels about it. You literally have the green light to do so. Tap into this inner child energy and let your inner child run wild. Okay, do some things that your inner child loved to do, whether it was go outside and play in nature, fly kites, ride bikes, do something that will give you the creative inspiration to go for it and be confident in yourself. Okay, because that is the female law of attraction, and this could be for men, male or females, because I talk to anybody, because we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. So it doesn't matter what is between your legs. Okay, it's about you having this divine feminine energy, knowing your worth, believing in yourself, believing in your creative projects, believing in your talents, believing in your abilities, and putting it out there without fear and being confident in it, and knowing that you will receive opportunities by you just being you. But the thing that's getting in your way in the invitation spot is you focusing on things in the past that didn't work out and thinking that because things in the past didn't go your way, that the things that you want in the future won't. And that is the issue. That's the negative thinking that I was talking about in the first place, that you need to release. You have to release the shame and the pain from the past so you can open yourself up to receiving an abundant future. Yeah, things didn't work out, but they were for a reason. Yeah, that relationship didn't work out, but it was for a reason, because that person made you devalue yourself and your worth. Yeah, that job didn't work out. That's because you weren't living out your fullest potential at that job. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, that idea didn't work out, well, that's because that idea was too narrow, okay? And you have bigger, fresh fish to fry. You have bigger ideas. You have bigger plans to, fulfill that are even greater than what you came up with originally. Period. Okay? So what popped out for you, you have at the bottom of the deck, first of all, get the fuck out of your head, get into your heart, it misses you. So like I said, you guys have been dealing with negative thinking, okay? Thinking that people are not going to understand you. People are not going to, like or celebrate you. And you don't need that, okay? You're overthinking everything. Instead of just thinking, just be. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with just being. And we always think that we have to be, doing 100 things at one time. Just be you unapologetically. Shine your light and do you. And the people who are meant to, who are meant to feel you and who are meant to understand you, they will understand and they will adjust and they will, do what they need to do. Or, they will support you. But you just need to do what you need to do and not worry about the outcome. That's why you have faith over fear, because this uncertainty that you have going on in your head is keeping you from starting. But it's important for you to have faith, even if you are afraid, to do it anyway, despite of your fear, despite of you being uncertain, knowing that even though you're uncertain about how this outcome is going to come out, you are still whole, you are still complete, and you are still worthy, and you are still going to be successful no matter how things turn out. Because like I said, every redirection is a blessing, and it's meant to put you in the direction that you should have been in the first damn place. So I say nothing is a failure. Okay, everything is a learning experience. Love, get some, give some. It will cheer your ass up. So it's time for you to live in a space of love. That's funny. On my tea, I love the teas that I purchased from Yogi. That's like my favorite brand, because they always have an affirmation or a mantra on the tea bag. And this one says, love is the highest of all virtues. So Spirit wants you to be in the highest vibration of all, which is love. Love yourself. Okay, love on yourself by speaking positive affirmations over yourself. Love on the people who love you, and that is what you need to focus on, the people who reciprocate the love that you give. Okay, time to let go. Move the fuck on. So some of y'all, some of the distractions that you may be dealing with are people who you need to let go of. Some of you may be dealing with, somebody who treats you like an option, and Spirit wants you to realize that you are the option. To stop downplaying yourself and stop trying to force, people to be in your life that aren't meant to be in your life. It's time to let go. Some of you, it's a job that you need to let go of. Some of you, it is trauma from your past, from your childhood, that you need to heal from and let go of. Okay, so it's important for you to move on, because like I said, that's what's getting in the way of you, of you moving into your calling, into your passion, into your purpose. Okay, don't fucking force it. Allow that shit to come to you. And I definitely was saying that in the beginning of the reading. Stop trying to force things to be in alignment with you. Stop trying to force careers. Stop trying to force relationships. Stop trying to force. It's like people trying to force ponytails. Just don't do it. It's not everyone else's fault. It's yours. You're a grown-ass adult. Stop blaming others for your shit. So yeah, it comes a time in life where you have to take accountability for the fact that I was getting in my own way. I wasn't, actually believing in myself. I didn't believe in my own potential. And it's easy to try to blame other people, but it's time to take accountability for the things that you allowed, okay? Because you are the shit. Don't forget it, okay? Period. You are the shit. You don't need anybody to tell you that you are the shit. You have to know within yourself that you are the shit, because how are people going to support you or believe in you if you don't believe in yourself, okay? You are giving too many fucks. Give zero. What a way to end. Because like I said, you are giving too many fucks to how people are going to receive you, how people are going to feel about you, when you just need to be. Okay, just be you and don't give a F about what anybody has to say about it. So, all right, my Geminis, I hope that this resonated with you. If you would like to book a personal with me, just email me or hit me on Instagram. Remember to drink your water, grow your edges, and mind your business. Or drink your tea. like me.